This conference will now be recorded.
On behalf of the board and staff of the Montana Public Employee Retirement Administration, welcome to our Firefighters Unified Retirement System presentation. A little bit about what we're going to talk here in this presentation as far as getting ready to retirement. First off, we're going to give you a review of the Firefighters Unified Retirement System, or FURS for short. Also, we'll talk about how your benefit is calculated. And finally, we'll talk about the steps of the retirement process. So just a little bit of retirement planning I like to call Retirement 101. One thing we strongly recommend is don't wait until the last minute. It's never too soon to start, looking into your retirement plan, understanding how it works. Also, very importantly, are you saving enough? Your FURS benefit alone is not intended to be your only retirement income source. And as always, here at Impera, we're strong advocates of any employer-sponsored deferred compensation plan. It's a supplemental and voluntary plan, but it allows you as the member to put aside extra money for retirement. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that and helping save for your retirement. Well, let's start our review of the first plan. First of all, let's talk about contribution rates. Now, currently, those rates are on the member side for members hired on or after July 1 of 1997, and they elected the GABA. That contribution rate is 10.7%. For members that were hired prior to July 1 that did not elect the GABA, they contribute 9.5%. Now, your employer contributes 14.36%, and the state of Montana also contributes into the FURS trust fund, and they contribute at a rate of 32.61%. Next up, let's talk about membership service. Now, membership service determines a couple of very important things in the FURS system for you. First and foremost, it determines when you are vested in the FURS system. That means once you're vested, you're entitled to that lifetime benefit when you're eligible. And you have to have 5 years of membership service to be vested in the FURS system. You get 1 month of membership service for any month that you are reported to us from your date of hire. And each month that you're reported to us, that is a month of membership that counts towards that vesting. Now let's talk about the formula itself. Now the formula in FURS is based.
This conference will
Now let's
now
talk
be
about the
recorded.
formula. The FURS retirement system is a defined benefit plan, and in a defined benefit plan, your benefit is based on a formula that is in Montana statute. And there's 3 different components that we're going to look at in the formula, and I'll run a sample calculation for you. Now that first part of the formula is a factor. It's a percentage, and the factor is essentially a percentage of your highest average monthly salary. And the factor that is used in the FURS system is 2.5%. The middle part of the formula is highest average compensation. And this is where we are looking at your salary at the time of retirement. And we're going to look at your highest consecutive 36 months of reported gross pay. It doesn't matter when that 36 months occurred, but it'll always be your best consecutive 36 months. And then the final part of the formula is service credit. And service credit is what we use to determine the amount of your monthly benefit. This is a little different than your membership service because your membership service, any hours worked will give you that month of membership towards your vesting. Now your service credit is going to be based on your actual hours worked each month. We consider full-time employment 160 hours per month. That will equal 1 month of service credit. So let's add up everything that we've seen, a little bit of math
This
first.
conference will now be recorded.
We take the percentage factor, We multiply that times your highest average monthly compensation. We multiply that times your years of service credit. And that's how we calculate your monthly benefit. So again, it's the factor times highest average monthly compensation times years of service credit, and we come up with your monthly benefit. Now, another option for you in the FURS system is the option of purchasing service. Now, purchasing service is a way to, enhance your monthly benefit. It's an out-of-pocket cost to you as the member, but the idea behind this is purchasing years of service. The more years you have, the better your monthly benefit will be. Now, in the right-hand column, you'll see different types of service that can be purchased. For example, refunded service. Someone that worked in a Montana uh, retirement system and they took a refund and came back to a system that we administer here at Impera, you can purchase that refunded service. There's other Montana public service, also military and reserve military service that can be purchased as well. And 1 for 5 is also, very popular option among all our retirement systems. So for every 5 years you work, you can purchase 1 additional year of service credit, and that service credit will be added to your overall benefit. Now, cost statements, they can be obtained by contacting Impera in writing. And also, we can do ballpark estimates for you here and give you an idea how much that service time might cost, and also find out possibly can it benefit you? Is it a good investment? Those types of things. So we strongly encourage you to contact us, and we can assist with providing that information. If you decide you do want to move forward and purchase that service, once you do get a cost statement from us, you can pay for service in several different ways. You can pay in a lump sum payment. You can also do payroll deduction. Now, a member can take up to 5 years through payroll deduction. Also, you can do a direct rollover from a qualified plan. So that can be anything along the lines of a 457B plan, a traditional IRA, a 403B, any type of plan like that. We can do a direct rollover. So next up, let's talk about retirement eligibility. And to qualify for a service retirement in FURS, you can be any age with 20 years of membership service, or you can be age 50 with a minimum of 5 years of membership service. Now, let's do an example to show you. We have a FURS member here. We've got Mike, who turned 50 years old, and he has worked for 20 years, so he's retirement eligible. And we're going to base that benefit on the fact that he had worked for 20 years full-time. That's his membership service and service credit. And we had his highest average compensation at $6,000 per month. So we do the calculation. We take the 2.5% times Mike's $6,000 highest average compensation times 20 years of service credit, and Jim's monthly benefit would be $3,000 per month. Next up is the GABA, and that's just short for guaranteed annual benefit adjustment. So basically, the way the GABA works is that once you have retired and you have elected the GABA, 12 months after you receive 12 months of benefits, the following January, you will start seeing an annual increase. And for all FURS members that are receiving the GABA, it's a 3% per year increase. And the GABA covers members who were hired prior to July 1 of 97 and elected the GABA, or hired on or after July 1 of 1997. And the GABA applies to all types of retirement benefits that we pay our members. That can be a service retirement or for a member that is on a disability retirement, but also for survivor payments. Now, as far as payment options and FURS, because your benefit is statutory, you will receive your benefit for your lifetime. Your surviving spouse is your statutory beneficiary, but in the absence of a spouse, your benefit will continue to your dependent children. Now, if you have neither a surviving spouse or dependent children, your designated beneficiary will be eligible to receive any remaining balance of your account. Now let's shift gears and talk about the retirement process. And if you have a date in mind, you know when you want to retire, we recommend contacting us here at Impera at least 3 months prior to your retirement and request an official estimate. Now, with your official estimate, you will also receive your retirement application, and we request that you return that signed application at least 30 days before your retirement date. We also provide the following services. We will also provide a tax withholding form and also a direct deposit form. So just to give you a timeline how this would work, your retirement is effective the first of the month after you've terminated employment and we've received all your paperwork. Now, let's just do an example. Say December 31st is your last day of work. Your retirement is effective January 1st, and your first payment would be the last business day of January. Just a couple more things here that are very important. Beneficiary information, especially if you're still active, you're still working. Your beneficiary information determines who receives your account if something happens to you. And if you have experienced any changes in your life, it's important that you fill out that new membership form. We have seen instances where a member may have let this lapse and they, pass away while they're still working, and the beneficiary information is all wrong. It might be an ex-spouse, it might be, a former girlfriend or former boyfriend, that type of thing. It's easy to do. All you need to do is fill out a new membership form, and you can get that from your payroll or HR department or online from our website. Make sure that that form is completed and returned to us here at Impera, and those changes will be effective once they are in file in our office. Next up, just a little information because in recent legislation, we've had some changes. And as far as working retirees are concerned, as a retired FURS member, you are eligible to return to work on a limited basis in a FURS covered position. You do have to have a 90-day break in service and have received at least one retirement check. And the hours limits, you can work up to 480 hours in a calendar year in a FURS position. Now, if you are retiring and you want to return to work, but it's not a FURS covered position, you do not have a 90-day break in service. And you are not limited to the number of hours you can work in a non-FURS position. Next up is just some contact information. This is our education department here at Public Employee Retirement, and we can be a resource for you. We can answer questions. We do training. Also, we can help with the retirement process. If you're getting ready to retire, all you have to do is call or email us, and we can start that process for you. So we have three members on our education team, myself, Joel Thompson, also Terry Dalton, and Natalie Petersey. And again, any one of us are more than happy to help you in any way we can. And just a couple more things here. Our website, impera.mt.gov. This can be your FURS information source. This is where you can find the up-to-date handbook. There's different forms that you might need. Oftentimes we have news, there's annual reports, but also we do webinars, we have videos, and if you don't see a webinar that that might suit your needs, let us know. We're always looking at our educational offerings and changing that, and we can tailor make it to what the members are looking for. So again, this is a great place to start, and also just a very good source for you. And that is pretty much all we have for our presentation. And again, um, we're going to be offering this as a recorded video. So if you ever want to go back and rewatch or go through different sections, you are certainly welcome to do that. And that will be on our website, impera.mt.gov. And again, thank you for taking the time to log in and check out our webinar. And again, any questions, don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you very much, and thank you for your time. Bye.